Hello, and welcome back to CareCraft Season 1. This is episode 4 of my portion of the series. Today I'm going to be doing one specific build, but it's 3 different farms. I'm only going to show once what I'm building, and then I'll speedrun the rest, and you'll see that footage. So I updated the goals for this episode. Bamboo farm, sugarcane farm, and kelp farm. They use all the same technique. It's just these two have one variation, while this has a completely different variation, but it's the same redstone hookup. Same bonus goals as last episode. Start marking out the tent areas and try to get the sheep farm storage in. Tell you the truth, I actually started marking out the big tent. As you can see here, the red outer ring is supposed to be where the tent is supposed to go. And this mangrove ring is actually where the audience platform is supposed to start. I'm expecting to have the actual ring, the center ring, start about here. And this is going to have some special access to go underground for storage, but on paper it looks good. With this I should have about 3 rows of villagers and their job block. Probably not much room to move between them, but 3 rows of villagers I'll take. And then I just have to choose one side to do the actual tent entrance. So first off, we're going to start with the sugarcane farm. This is a pretty simple build. And as I said, all of the farms today use the same basics. They just have different components as far as how the things are grown. So start off by laying a row of hoppers. After a quick run back upstairs, I went and got more hoppers. Anyways, start just doing enough hoppers to fill the farm. Most of these will actually be inside the farm itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing 10 per side, and I'm just spreading this farm out a bit just because I do have the space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's that. I can put those there for now. This is going to be the fun part because I still gotta put in dirt and everything. So this one, we're not using the minecart. Minecarts are fun, are good for bigger farms like this, where it doesn't have to have a hopper search for under every plant. This is small enough to have a hopper search under every plant. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you see how I'm only doing 10 dirt. And you see I have water bottles in the inventory. We're going to turn all this dirt into mud. But before we do that, we're going to do a trough down here to hydrate the farm, because this is the one variation between this and the bamboo. Bamboo farm doesn't need a water trough. Sugarcane does, because you need to plant sugarcane next to a water block. be easier just to do it this way then. Yep. So this one's done, and we are just going to turn all this into... It doesn't make sense to have this all turned into mud just to have a water trough next to it, but what else can you do? And seeing as I'm going to have to go back, I have to fill this water trough in anyways. We'll go fill up the bottles while we do that. Or I could just grab another water bottle. There we go. This farm really does have simple mechanics, thankfully. So, I swear I play daily. It's not like I never promised I was good with parkour. So the water trough's in. On this side, let's get the water. Let's get all that on the other side as well. How's everybody doing? Like I said, all these farms run on the same mechanics, and that's why they all get lumped in the same video. I'll explain each farm as they are completed. For the first 2 time lapses today have music from the Creative Commons, while the final 2 time lapses are going to be Ocarina music. I'll post the names of the songs, their composers, and if they have a copyright in the description. Fair warning to those of us who grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, the first song might remind you of the Trojan horse known as Bonzi Buddy. Alright, both sides are in. Next step. One, we're going to cover these hops. Not because I don't want things to go into it, more along the lines of I wanted to stop searching for things to go in. So extra hoppers are going to be covered. We're also going to take these bricks, these copper bricks, and do that, and let's see, what about here? Stick a light. On the other side, and right about here we'll stick a light. True light's good for small farms like this. Alright, so we stick the pistons facing outward. I'm going to do myself a favor here and do that. It's not like I'm sorely lacking copper. I literally go mining almost every day. I don't record. Just for stuff like copper and iron. So that's good. Let's see here. I don't need glass, but I don't need the water bottles anymore. So I like my farms looking nice. We're going to encase the hoppers with copper and build up one. I will use probably different cuts of copper throughout the thing. Alright, so we have to go up and put copper behind, put a solid block behind each piston. Again, not that I'm sorely lacking copper. This is literally the easiest block to obtain in the game right now. It sucks to age it, but it's one of the easiest blocks to obtain. Now, you notice I only have 2 observers, one for each side. That is because in order for this to fully grow, I'm just going to choose a random spot for each observer and place it. Then the rest of the pistons will be covered. There. This cuts down on the observer cost, so I can use so I can use quartz for other things like comparators. Did I grab the redstone? No, I did not. Did I grab the redstone? I did, but I'm gonna have to go back upstairs. Be right. All right, back. Grab more redstone. So before I put the sugarcane in, I'm going to do this behind the pistons. As you can see, I was trying to aim for at least the observer being close to halfway. Again, this is probably one of the more universal farms ever. Alright, just to test this out, because I know it's not going to go up. Sugarcane on the mud. That works. Now to encase this part with glass and plant the rest of the sugarcane.
Hello.
Hey there.
How's it going?
Going good. Let me show you how to get more mangrove propagules so you don't have to go searching for anymore.
No, it's okay. I have 0, so I know they spawn on the tree, but
You can
I've
also bone meal.
never gotten any before.
You can also bone meal the leaves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like any other tree. It will just drop it when the leaves break too.
The leaves don't drop them. You have to actually bone meal the leaves to get the propagules.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
All right. You can have those. I got enough bone meal.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. You too.
Sugarcane farm, all done. Check, check, and check. I even had them go off once so I could go put the last piece in. Anyways, let me show you how it works, and this is the basics for both farms, so it should work the same for all farms designed like this. Both Bedrock and Java farms run like this. The only benefit to a different design is that on Bedrock, you can actually bone meal sugarcane. You can't bone meal sugarcane on Java, but on Java you can bone meal bamboo. All right. So that one observer up there, there's one on each side. As the bamboo grows past as the sugarcane grows past the pistons, the observer will notice when this one plant grows tall enough for it to observe, and it'll have all the sugarcane go out. All the pistons fire on this side. Might even have a couple pistons on the other side, but I'll show you why there too. So when the pistons fire, the sugarcane breaks off, goes down, and since mud is one of those blocks where they can actually have items go through, it's not a solid block, but it's solid enough for a sugarcane and bamboo to grow on. It allows things to pass through into the hoppers, and the hoppers will pick it up. So you'll get instances like this where a few of the plants will grow taller while we wait for the one in the observer to grow, but that is the whole reason for only one observer rather than 10 observers on each side. In here, I got a little access area. Both sides have redstone dust going from the observers. I added this in here, and this is mainly because this whole farm needs a kill switch. Just in case I leave the area long term. Say I want to go do a little restarter area, a little hard reset. I can just flip this switch, and all the pistons will fire out and stay locked out. In fact, I think, let me demonstrate that now. So, you heard that. All the pistons are out, like that. No sugarcane will grow while the pistons are out. So, I'm going to release it and let it go back through, just so I can show, just so that the sugarcane that was on top of the pistons went through. And of course, the dropper tower going up. So both sides, the pistons are locked out. Now I'm going to unlock the farm because I'm going to be in the area for a while, and I'd like to have the sugarcane grow. I do plan on putting a little access door right there. So let's get through the rest of these farms. Alright, bamboo farm is in both sides. One side is just giving up straight bamboo, the other is giving up bamboo blocks. Bamboo is a fast-growing wood, so I combined the circuitry. So when either observer has a bamboo grow in front of it, both sides trigger. As I said, once this side of the farm, straight up bamboo. It'll go straight into the dropper. The other side of the farm, though, goes over to a crafter setup like I have over at the Melon and Pumpkin to make bamboo blocks. course, the drop tower goes all the way up. And the farm is completely functional. Last farm to do, Kelp Farm. I might have to dig into the wall, but let's get it done. Alright, the Kelp Farm is in. It's got a little blockage, but from the view, but as the kelp grows up, it goes all the way up to the top. Same delivery system as the other one, but instead of the observer being right above the piston, I actually have the observer 2 blocks higher. So, and there's another observer pointed, watching that observer with the redstone dust on top of that. All these dusts go to the pistons. There's the kill switch. And if I ever need to come up here, I have a little bit of an access way. Anyways, once kelp grows up, pistons fire off. This water goes into a drainage ditch, which goes to the hopper chain. I need to get a door here to close that access off when I don't need it, but other than that, this farm is done. As you can see, the sugarcane farm is growing up nicely, and the bamboo farm has been running this entire time. A little hard to get to the other side to see it, but it's working over here too. Do I have any copper blocks on me? Yes, I do. Okay, so copper, filled it. That's to reduce lag. So it's going through. Sugarcane's going through too. If I ever find that this isn't firing off, I can come down here and hit both kill switches. I need to design a kill switch for this farm, but this farm's kill switch is not letting the eggs go through. It's working just fine right now. It's all small starter farms, so the only thing I need to design is a kill switch for the Mullen pumpkin farm. But other than that, that is the end of the episode. Have a good day.